It's time for Only in the UP, the segment of the show that highlights the friendly, creative, crafty, and inventive spirit of those of us who live here. It's about that stuff that makes the UP the greatest place on earth to live. Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. Where better to be for the Christmas Eve edition of Only in the UP than Christmas, Michigan? The village of Christmas is located a few miles west of Munising on M28. The town was given its name by a Munising man in 1938 who started a roadside factory to make holiday gifts. The factory is long gone, but the name stuck. Is this the actual North Pole? Could this be the actual home of Santa Claus? I paid a visit to Santa's workshop to find out.
We live in Christmas, Michigan, and I have a Christmas store. We have ornaments, little items, stocking stuffers, things that are made by a lot of local people. We have a gentleman here that makes these little jewelry boxes. He's right here in Autrain. This lighthouse is made by a lady right here in Christmas. And candle, this one is made by a gentleman right here in Munising. The birds themselves are carved out of cedar, and he does birds that are just native to the Upper Peninsula. He lives over in the Marquette area, made right here in the UP. They're really warm. My grandson has one, and he wears it all the time. It's really warm. So I do cancel cards and letters, and they're postmarked from Christmas. And I get them from all over Michigan usually. Sometimes other states will send them to me because they want them postmarked, from Christmas.
Firstly, how do we know that you're the real deal?
The real deal? Well, you ask around. There are quite a few people that will agree with you that I am the real deal.
Were you born and raised in the Upper Peninsula, or is this the North Pole?
No, I actually moved to the Upper Peninsula where the North Pole is at.
Why did you pick the Upper Peninsula?
I love the people up here. Self-reliant, hard-working, and fun to be around.
So, where do you keep your reindeer?
No, I'm not going to tell anybody where I keep my reindeer. That's a secret.
Do you ever worry about them a little bit when deer season rolls around in the Upper Peninsula?
I've got them well hid. I'm not going to tell anybody where they're at because they have horns on it. This buck's only
What
up
would
here.
be the nicest rack of the crew?
I'd have to say Donner's got the biggest rack.
Any idea what kind of spread?
It runs about 27, 28 inches on the inside. It would be a trophy buck for some of these here white-tailed deer hunters.
Definitely. In regards to your sleigh, is there a local shop, like a snowmobile shop, or a local shop that maintains your sleigh for you and keeps it up to par, or do you do that yourself?
I do that myself.
Keep it up to snuff yourself?
It's a pretty sophisticated flying machine.
Any idea what year that sleigh is? Is it a certain model number or anything, or have there been any upgrades to it? Or?
Well, it's had a few upgrades on it, but it's still the old Model 1.
So would this be a fairly good representation of the sleigh? Is that somewhat of a replica?
Well, it's kind of like it, but my sleigh has got a big basket back here where I keep my toys. This is just for setting. This is more or less the sleigh I use when I'm breaking in my reindeer, things like that.
You ever get up and just cruise around when it's not Christmas?
Yeah, in fact, I got a nice place out here. I can cruise around over the lake and nobody notices me. Maybe a sailor or two now and then might see something strange flying around. But
Maybe a long night of riding in the sleigh. You ever while you're riding, driving a sleigh? I mean, the reindeer are driving.
Yeah.
Does Mrs. Claus give you the typical honey-do list like everybody else gets? Or do you kind of get excluded from that because you're Santa?
No. You think your honey-do list is long?
Do reindeer yard up like deer do? How many does do you keep on hand at any given time?
You have to be about 3 to 1.
3 to 1 buck to doe ratio?
Right.
Doe to buck.
I imagine it would pretty much be the same as what the DNR would like to see in their deer herds.
So what would I put in a bait pile if I was trying to attract reindeer?
They like the little, wintergreen berries, and you're not out here to get my... Come on now.
Do you actually like milk and cookies?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Oatmeal raisin cookies are my favorite.
I'll have to make a note of that. So do you stay here year round, or in summertime do you fly down somewhere on vacation in Florida or something?
No, this is as far south as I care to be. Everything south of here is, it's too warm. My reindeer wouldn't survive down there. I got to be back where I can check on them. UP, and then we have. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place to be.
Okay, I need a new video camera. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. My wife Patty and I would like to wish each and every one of you a very Merry Christmas. I got a rifle I got my eye on for a hunting rifle with a scope.